Sammy, I start to come to you also briefly on this Caleb matter. You would start with an admission that this is swift, almost unprecedented in the manner in which they have investigated and reported to us, right?
Well, it is refreshing that there's been some response from the leadership of the national security apparatus. What happened to Caleb is condemnable and terrible. And at least it is good that we are beginning to see the National Security Secretariat show some concern and take some measures to deal with the issue. But clearly, the actions that have been taken, as we've been told, are not deterrent enough and cannot be sufficient for the crime that those officers committed.
What should have been done?
I mean, we are talking about officers who physically assaulted an innocent journalist, okay? And so if you are just talking about a reversion of their secondment and actually releasing two of them back to the institutions they belong to, I mean, that is no punishment at all.
All four of them are going back to the institution.
Exactly. Yeah. So they go there, what do they lose? What is the punishment? What is the deterrent factor that can discourage the reoccurrence of such
administrative actions?
Exactly.
That's Kandapa, as the Minister of the Ministry of National Security, have power to do beyond what he has done in respect of these people who are on secondment to his ministry.
I'm not looking at Kandapa as a person, but I'm looking at how
he has done this, and we are discussing it relatively.
And I'm saying that it's a good start, but that is not sufficient. And what some of us, I'm sure, very sure, including your good self, are expecting is that punishment, okay, that is deterrent enough, will be meted out to these unscrupulous officers, because this has happened one too many.
Give us an idea how you want this, what form of punishment and how it should come about.
If people have to be suspended from the security services because of this, they have to be suspended. Because clearly this Colonel Ajeman, if what Caleb told us is anything to go by, and I believe 100% what Caleb said, it's not fit to wear any security, to wear any uniform of any of our security agencies. If you hear the chilling accounts Caleb gave about how he kicked him in the groin and after he had been beaten by several officers and all that, and how he handled the matter, I don't think that we should allow him to continue to serve as a member of any government institution or security establishment.
Yeah, but let's be careful.
But you see,
about Colonel Ajeman being the one kicking somebody.
I think that according to Caleb's account, he was the one who kicked him in the groin. I stand to be corrected, but I think that is what he said. But you see, something beyond this is the growing culture of lawlessness and thuggery that continues to give Ghana a bad name that we are all worried about. And you see, until we diagnose that problem accurately, we wouldn't be able to solve it. I don't think that problem is an institutional problem. I think it's a leadership problem. And I think your editorial on this show this morning adequately addresses the issue. Okay, until our political leader, specifically President Akufo-Addo, changes his position, his stance on this issue, we are not going anywhere. Because what is happening is a product of institutionalized lawlessness by the president. He is the one encouraging it. He is the one promoting it. And he will have to change his ways. This thing started when the MPP was in opposition in the run-up to the 2012 elections and said that they had no confidence in our security system. So went around the country constituting these vigilante groups, Kandahar Boys, Invisible Forces, and all that. At some point brought in mercenaries to come and train them and all that. And when they eventually took office, we saw these vigilante elements unleashed on innocent citizens. A uniformed policeman was attacked at the seat of government, the Jubilee House, DSP Nanka Bruce. A military officer, W.O. Salia, has been attacked by them. A court of competent jurisdiction has been attacked by them. The Tamale Teaching Hospital CEO was not spared. Contractors have been attacked and all that. And the failure of President Akufo-Addo.
There was the other one too that went to the port.
The Tema port.
Freddie Blay said they were doing an Article 41 job.
You see,
preserving public property.
You understand? So our failure, because you see, when you fail to punish offenders or wrongdoers, you embolden them to engage in more acts of lawlessness with brazen impunity, like we are saying today. That is the problem. Look, for instance, at this issue of national security. We're talking about
national security. Yeah. I'm not talking about Delta Force.
I'm coming.
This is national security.
Because it is these elements who have been integrated into the national security apparatus. Okay? Now, you have the Elmi-Short Commission set up by the president himself, giving him wise counsel. That means, a president, this armed force being maintained by the National Security Council, which is chaired by you, is unconstitutional and illegal. The purpose of the national security apparatus is cut out. Like you said, gathering of intelligence and putting in place measures to safeguard the internal and external security of this country. When it comes to arresting, detaining, election security and all that, it is the responsibility of the police and not the national security. So quickly disband this armed force and allow the other security agencies to do their work. The president says, no, I won't take it. Then surreptitiously passes a law to legitimize this arrangement. Now you have these guys in there.
He has to a law passed by Parliament.
Of course, with his parliamentary majority. Okay, but clearly, you don't need anybody to tell you that that arrangement is a recipe for disaster and totally, unnecessary. So, look at what has happened to DCOP Operatives. And I was appalled and disgusted to say the least, that the New Patriotic Party has actually defended the way and manner they claim Operatives was supposed to be removed because his contract has expired. I mean, how on earth do you deploy national security operatives who, according to Operatives, are known members of the Delta Force, who have been engaging in illegal mining, and he has been trying to stop that? How do you deploy these people to go to his office armed, point guns at him, handcuff him, manhandle him, to remove him from office? The president is the one who appointed him as the chairman of the National Security Council. He has the power to fire him at will. I'm not sure that if he has fired him...
The National Security Chief tells you that he was not going. He was supposed to go.
How is it possible that President Akufo-Addo, who appointed somebody, will fire the person and the person will refuse to leave office? And even if that were to be true, the only thing they needed to do was to send the police there and also call national security operatives to march him out of his office.
Yeah,
but let me just conclude.
No, hold on for me.
The reason why I'm not surprised about this is that this is the same thing that happened in March 2017. And when it happened, when the Delta Force attacked the then Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator, who had been appointed by President Akufo-Addo, the president actually heeded their demand and sacked that regional security coordinator. You see, and this is the same group of people who have unleashed atrocities against journalists like the Modern Ghana editor and other journalists.
You are there with us.
And all that. I mean, what kind of lawlessness is this?
Hello, Yao.
Yes.
We are beginning to look like a